Hello, good morning. It's Saturday morning, and we had again a Red Friday. For some reason, every fifth day it is a red candle, and mostly it is a Friday. So we did get a Red Friday. ES is generally these are the ranges 5400, 5800, 5840, 5800, and this is 61 63 zone. It has hit twice but not enough, and ES is maintaining this top of the 5800, and it hasn't breached the blue zone. It is still ranging between this green and blue, and currently between these two purple lines, which is 6085 to 59.29. This is your normal range where it is going. So far, it has not liked below 59.29, and it is not able to hold above 6085. It tries 6100 but gets thrown off back, right back. It shows a lot of promise, but soon it needs to decide whether it will be above this purple or below this purple. And in 4 days, we'll be having a new moon. And generally, based on the past history of a few months, we are going, bottoming around new moon and topping around full moon. So let's see if the trend still continues coming next week. So that's there. So these are the things I'm watching, where price is ranging, and based on that, we are taking decisions, trading futures and etc. NQ is also same. 2100 or so it is holding, but not able to go over 2200. At 21,900 or so, it doesn't like. It comes down, smacks down around here. So this is where I should put a line here. It's kind of ranging. But if it manages above that, 21,900, stabilizes 22,000, then you have your next 22,500. And below 21,250 or so, you expose 20,800 and 20,000. I think there's a gap around 20,000. The futures gaps are there. In ES also, 5640 is the futures gap, which has not filled. So there always will be a risk when a futures gap has not been filled. So how much far we go away from that, it depends. And RTY, poor thing, it hasn't gotten a break above to stay above 2330. It spiked, but then that was short-lived and smack right down, and 2285 to 2330 it is ranging. So below this you have exposed this back again 2250 or so, and above this you again have a short for 2500, 2400, then 2500, 2500 it hasn't touched. I was expecting that this to be done last year, but for some reason no love for RTY. YM mostly for cycle purposes. 45,000, 500. It's kind of 45,000. It doesn't like, a couple of hundreds above that, and again ranging. So 44, 300 or 400, basically below that it uh, you can see some shedding. So this move from here from January, when the bottom was done, it was a ferocious move again. So some adjustment is needed. So it is doing the adjust. Most of the indices are doing adjustments on sideways instead of pulling too much down. So that's a good thing. Then we have GC gold. Actually, I should look at VIX first, but that's okay. Gold. Gold is, a nice move up, happened from here, and it broke out on a W like 2500. It tested back, and from there it moved to 2900. Now 2917. Above that it has a shot to 3000, 3025, and 3110 is the um, bullish pattern, or rather the Gartley's uh, target. The overall target is 3700, which is much further away. So for now, it is that thing, and it's a little bit tight. So it's, thinking few days. So it can decide, basically below 2800, 2809, or above 2917. It can range in between. Below 2789, there could be some sell pressure, and I see a gap here as well. Let's do VIX first before I forget. VIX is, 14, 15, it is getting picked up, and then it tries under 20. Over 20, it's not getting a break. So on the trend line, it is generally failing. So VIX has three numbers: 17.5, 18.6, and 19.63. As long as these numbers are not, VIX is not above 19.6, and, adjusting few cents as the time goes by, the market is still bullish. The moment it tries and sits above the higher number and shows strength, there's a weakness in the index, and we'll see some selling, strong selling. And if VIX goes above here somewhere, above 19.6, it wants to stay and it goes, it can take out this high for 20, this high 22, and it so far, since last year, VIX hasn't gotten a break above 22, 28. Sorry. So this is your strong zone, 2830, right? Where it has failed the last time. So whenever the market is stopping, or assume VIX is staying over those important numbers and it cannot come down, it stays, then there is a good chance you get this hit this time. And what happens here can be the deciding point. So as of now, it is still okay. Some overbought on the indices happening and some oversold on VIX happening. So it's kind of normal action as long as that 1920 is not tackled. Oil cannot get a break above 76. It's this is an important number for oil, 76.5 or so. And it went there, it adjusted to 81, but it fell right back here, and kind of 70, 71 it's liking. And if it comes back up here, then there's a lot to retest from, here to here, 75. And this is your range back again. So 69.3 was the number, so adjusting few cents, maybe 69.5 or so. Overall 69, let's assume a full number. As long as it is above that, it will try again to go up. But once again it loses, then you have a break of sideways action for a long time, and you have some lower exposures. I've done CL videos before. You can go and check much detail in that. All the numbers are given there. Dixie, 108 to 110 it is doing. I don't think it only hit 110, one, and then it keeps failing back from 109. So basically here it is 107, 106. This is 106, I think, yeah. Somewhere here. And then, yeah, so it is ranging in between. You can say another one here, right? So prices generally for everything is moving in a band, and nothing much is happening as such. TLT. TLT, this looks kind of an inverse head and shoulderish. So this is 88, 88, 89 or so. If it can hold here, then it can show some power to go above this. There's a lot of cluster here, and this has been a straight fall. So good potential for 92, 92, 92, 93, and then 95, provided it stays over this purple. So this is where we are going. And your SPY generally 601 to 607, it has not liked at all. It goes to 607 and right smack down, and that is around your 6085 to 6100 range. And above 609, we will see some good action, and below 607 there will always be a weakness, and below 601 there will be sell pressure. So now it is resting right here, and we'll see in the next days, coming days, next week, what it wants to do. So this is kind of the action, where all the red days, every 5 days, fifth day is the red candle. So it has been doing this. So, along this trend line, what it's doing, so the pressure is building. So this is pressure. As long it is above this, but below this, it's a pressure, and the pressure cooker will break either to this side or this side. The action does look that it can break up to the upside, but don't discount here because there's a gap as well here around 585 exactly. So that's there. So all the best, and let's see what the next week brings.